Spring football is back for the Ohio State Buckeyes. If you are excited that football, even just the practice version, is underway again in the great state of Ohio, spam OH in the comment section of today's show. Bonus points if someone responds to you with IO. We're talking recruiting on today's video. Spring practice underway does mean you get some visits coming in to the Ohio State Buckeyes, or for the Ohio State Buckeyes. 4 visitors were also offered by the Buckeyes on Monday. Let's break them down. First up, and I think I'm pronouncing this name correctly. If not, I'm terribly sorry. There are no pronunciation guides for high school players in most cases, so I believe it is pronounced Favour Akih, who is a 4-star running back in the class of 2026, by the way. Number 205 overall, the number 15th ranked back. He's actually from Delaware, Ohio, not Delaware the state, for any potential confusion on that one. This is a fringe top 200 player who has some rather notable other offers out there from a wide array of programs. Miami, Michigan State, Penn State, USC. Those are some of the bigger programs. Can argue Michigan State, I think, a little bit, but it's fine. Then it's like Missouri, Iowa State, Indiana, Kentucky, Iowa. Apologies to Miami, Penn State, USC, but certainly seems like the Buckeyes are the biggest one there. Now, Ohio State had 3 running back recruits sign in this cycle to help replace really 3 losses, because there's also the transfer portal lost. Bo Jackson, not related, the 4-star back. Isaiah West, the 3-star. And then Anthony Rogers, another 4-star. 2 of the top 8 backs in the class of 2025 committed to Ohio State. When you have that level, sometimes what programs will do is still try to add a back, but unless you can convince yourself of getting the top 5 guy, you're kind of okay not having the same higher-end running back if there's still interest there. So not overly surprised to see just I'll call it normal 4-star for Ohio State as an offer there for the Buckeyes. The pinned comment on today's show is this. Name a player who you want to sign in the 2026 recruiting class. Drop that player name for me in the comment section of today's show. Next up is Gordon Sellers. And anytime I see a wide receiver offer for Ohio State, I do get intrigued by that because those guys typically end up being pretty good. Number 203 overall, the number 33 ranked wide receiver. He hails from Charlotte, North Carolina, which, I guess that's Bill Belichick territory now too, but I'll also think Clemson territory, South Carolina territory historically, just given the level of talent and association with those states there. Again, some big-time offers here, probably even more so than Favour Akih. Sellers has offers from Ohio State, from Michigan, Georgia, Clemson, Arkansas, the aforementioned South Carolina and North Carolina, Florida, Penn State, and Texas A&M. If we're only judging by the offers, I wouldn't be overly shocked to see Sellers' statuses go up a little bit more as we kind of move forward and those rankings kind of begin to rise, by the way, for him at least. The 2025 receiver commits include Quincy Porter, Phillip Bell, who are both 4-stars, plus other 4-stars, Bachman Miller and DZ Jones. Also, of course, worth mentioning, they have Chris Henry's kid ready to come in. I know he took a visit to Oregon, but I'm not freaking out about that one really at all. I think Chris Henry Jr. is still very much a key target and will end up with Ohio State. I would not freak out about him visiting Oregon. But that's a different conversation for a different show as well. All right, some other Monday offers. Jimmy Callis. Now, this is not a ranked recruit, and there is a reason for why the offensive tackle prospect is not ranked. He is a class of 2027 recruit, and this is a case of I would fully trust the Buckeyes coaching staff knows what they're doing, their scouts know what they're doing, and not worried about, the recruiting services haven't gotten to him. And again, based on the offers, this is probably going to be at least a 4-star recruit when it's all said and done. Ohio State, Alabama, Florida, Oregon, Penn State, and then some lesser programs like Missouri, Pitt, Washington, Nebraska, Indiana. You put Bama, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State as 4 of your top offers. That screams, at minimum top 200 recruit and probably one of the better players in the from the state of Pennsylvania. You can get Ohio State National Championship gear today. Chatsports.com/OSU champs. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's chatsports.com/OSU champs. They are the official licensed Ohio State national champs gear from our friends over at Fanatics. Get your hat, hoodie, t-shirt, something else in between today. It's chatsports.com/OSU champs. Jackson Vaughn, also a not ranked player. Now, this is the class of 2028, by the way. So we are way down the line and obviously not a huge priority for the recruiting services there. Out of New Jersey, by the way, for Vaughn. Anytime you see a 2028 offer, I would almost assume this guy ends up being a 5-star. Like, to be that early on somebody is kind of noteworthy to me, or at least a very highly ranked 4-star. The notable offers here: Ohio State, Auburn, Michigan, that team up north, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Texas A&M, USC, Washington, Miami, and Duke. Again, some differing tiers of that front, but I'm always intrigued by 2028 offer. Like, that's just a kid, man. It got to be wild to get an Ohio State offer when you're in high school, like barely starting high school, frankly. Of the offers, who is your favorite player of the 4 guys we just mentioned that were offered by the Buckeyes on Monday? Let me know in the comments section of today's show. More Ohio State football recruiting updates here. The running back target, Jonathan Hatton Jr., has announced, he is going to commit on Saturday. There are plenty of interest in him. There is plenty of interest, I should say. He is a top 100 recruit. He's 75th overall in the 24/7 Sports Composite rankings. Some of him having the Breakfast Club t-shirt on is great. I know it's not the actual movie, but still, it's fun. 4-star recruit, 5th-ranked running back out of the state of Texas, by the way. He's the number 10 ranked player in the state. Hatton was previously an Oklahoma commit. Now, they're still listed among his top schools, along with Texas A&M, Alabama, and the Ohio State Buckeyes. I don't want to read too much into, hey, this guy's going to commit on Saturday, and then like the same day that happens or that's announced or in the same time frame, the Buckeyes offer another back. I don't want to read too much into that, but is at least worth mentioning. It's recruiting. Stuff happens. It's weird. It's just chaos sometimes. So predictions. Will the Buckeyes land Jonathan Hatton Jr. on Saturday when he commits? Get those votes in for me. Y for yes, N for no. Let's talk some other Monday visits here. Jalen Lotz, the 4-star athlete, number 4 ranked athlete, 66th overall. Jake, again, I apologize if any of these pronunciations are wrong. I apologize for that. I have no guide in front of me. Jake Cruel, which that's how I think it should be pronounced. That's an elite name for an edge rusher. Cruel? Come on. 37th overall, number 5 ranked edge. Sam Greer, the offensive tackle. He's 188 overall and the number 17th ranked OT. Couple more names we'll get to here in just a second, but as a reminder, if you want more Ohio State recruiting updates, you've come to the right spot. Hit that sub button, youtube.com/GoBucks. We will talk about why I'm not overly concerned about Chris Henry Jr., whether I look stupid or not. I'm not worried about it on a future video, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Jordan Thomas, another top 200 recruit. Also, a great photo choice there, producer style. Getting him in a Buckeye city. I like that one. He's 177 overall and then an 18th ranked cornerback. And then Micah Smith, a 4-star interior offensive lineman. Number 9 on the interior, 134 overall. Plenty of more recruiting updates to come, so don't go anywhere. We'll have continuous updates for you right here on the channel.